and we are live. Welcome to Out of the Draft Podcast, Season 4, Episode 8. Um, how's everybody's weeks doing?
Doing good.
Good.
Good. I'm Dylan,
Great.
and you are.
I'm Cody, aka Cody the Bear.
I'm Dylan, aka NBA Dumb Dick.
I
Oh,
like
yeah.
how you really sounded it out.
I am DJ, aka Treeboy_30.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you all for coming with us. Hunter will be joining us later in the show. We also, DA is traveling, and then our other friend is moving. And so he will not be with us for a little bit, but he will come back soon. Hopefully, that is our wish. But we still continue. How was the racing? Did y'all watch all the races this week? If not, I didn't really watch the O'Reilly race personally. I was too busy helping my parents with some things at their house. But so yeah. So DJ, it looks like you watched it. DCD,
Yeah, I
did
watched
you?
them both.
I watched some of it.
Well, DJ, you can lead us off. How do you think the race was rated out of 10? And then, yeah, tell me how it was.
I thought the racing was actually pretty good in the O'Reilly race. It it was kind of a little bit of newcomers who not really are always running up front, and it was kind of cool to see that. So,
What did you rate it again? Sorry.
the O'Reilly, I'd give it like an 8. It was actually a really good race, especially I like the outcomes.
Yeah, oh, yeah, for sure. Cody, I know you didn't watch it live, but did you watch the highlights?
Yeah, I've seen the highlights. I honestly thought it was like pretty interesting to watch. I thought there was just a lot of battles going on between multiple different drivers. Um, I'd probably rate it probably an 8 out of 10 as well.
Interesting. DCD, what's your
I
thoughts?
I saw some highlights. Honest, I have it on right now. It bugged me. Got it like a 7.6 so far from what I've seen, but from what I heard, it was pretty good.
Well, I rated it way lower than you guys. I didn't think it was a bad race. I thought it was above average, so I gave it a 6 out of 10. I didn't really watch much, but what I did watch was just a lot of just laps being kind of ran down. It wasn't any. I mean, I'm sure there was battles, and I'm sure there was more storylines if I would have watched a little bit closer. But from just the outside perspective and what I could watch, it didn't look that interesting. Didn't say it was bad, but I just thought it was a little above average. But that's my thoughts. We did have an incident during the race. We had Cody Jr., aka Sheldon Creed, run into the back of Taylor Gray, or yeah, Taylor Gray, right? I'm
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
okay.
So,
I always get Tanner and Taylor mixed up all the time, but what's y'all's thoughts on that, DJ?
Uh, Initially, I thought it was more of a racing deal, but then after going back and seeing the replays and hearing the radio communications, it seemed like Sheldon Creed just flat out he was tired of the 54 block him and just flat out wrecked him.
Yeah. Do you think it was fair, foul, racing?
Oh, that's definitely foul.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no reason to just you're going in there with one intention and one intention only.
Yeah, absolutely. DCD, how'd you feel about it?
I mean, I feel like he gave him enough chances. I mean, most people would call it foul, but I mean, at a certain point, we all want that aggressiveness back in the field. That's why we like seeing these cup drivers down there. They're aggressive. They're not going to give up for anybody. Why not just fucking race? Let's go.
So you say it's more fair on your part?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cody, what's your thoughts?
um, from like a bias standard, because I feel like it's what I would have done. Going into a corner was if from enough blocks. I think it was honestly a fair deal. I think if you block many times, it's block once or twice, sure, let it go. But if it's more than once or twice, it's you gotta go. You can't just hold on to it, especially when if you think you're faster than the guy that's blocking you. So I think it was pretty fair on Sheldon Creed's part. Obviously, what was said after it, I don't know if that's what should have been said, but I mean, it kind of just comes to like a racing thing where you're just like, you got to stop blocking, you know?
Yeah, I personally felt like it was. I mean, I wouldn't do that to a person. Like, I mean, we even saw in a league race this past week. I wouldn't block someone even for a playoff spot. So that's just not my style of what I like to do. I don't blame Sheldon Creed actually for doing it. I don't like to see that, especially at a mile and a half. I just feel like that's a little much. I mean, you never know. Like I mean, the speed, especially in the O'Reilly cars, they they're hauling down the straightaway. So like, I don't know. I feel like it's a foul, but like I'm not mad at him. Like I'm not like both guys just disappeared on me. So I really lost my train of thought. But yeah, it's not for me. I feel like it's foul, but I'm also okay with him owning it after the race. Like I feel like that was cool. Like he's like, hey, he owes me one. That's fine. I didn't realize he was so close to the 17. Like I understand that. One thing about the 17, I want to mention, like that was pretty impressive for his run. I mean, he was up front leading laps. We've been pretty vocal on him on this podcast, and I'm sure many other NASCAR podcasts have said a lot of things about Corey Day, but I thought he impressed me a little bit, and his pace. He definitely reminds me of Larson in a sense of the way he drives the vehicle. That's just the dirt racer in him. So I definitely see what other people see now. He just needs to understand patience and and the ability of just running the race and not overrunning the race in a sense or letting the track come to him. So once he gets that, I mean, he's going to be pretty good in the O'Reilly series. So I'm excited to see what he can do when he has more laps under his belt. I know that wasn't in our itinerary, but I wanted to mention him since I said the 17. Y'all had any thoughts about Corey Day's performance?
I, I thought it's pretty impressive for a guy like him for what I think about him. So, he's definitely fast. He just, like you said, he's just got to learn uh, gotta get some racecraft, gotta get some racecraft in you to be a good O'Reilly racer. So,
As a Corey Day fan, I was very, very excited to see him finally kind of like, I guess you could say, take a step in the right direction. And I think Kyle Larson, they were talking about it in the broadcast, and they're like, it's a good thing for Corey Day for Kyle Larson to come down there and race with him because, they race week in, week out together all the time. And Corey Day is still trying to learn this car as Kyle Larson already knows it. So why not let Larson go down there who had the same experience of learning these cars the same way and let him go at it. And honestly, I think Corey Day got the better of Larson throughout the day. Obviously, the veteran presence showed through at the end, and Corey Day was driving like a sprint car. I think every time they showed him in front of Larson, he was completely sideways. But great day to be a Corey Day fan.
Awesome. Well, we got to mention the winner. Congratulations to Kyle Larson. He executed that last run really well. He didn't look really good. Like the car did not look great, and even his crew chief said, thanks for driving it. Sorry, I gave you a bad
He
car
said
type
you
of thing.
bailed it. He said you
Yeah.
bailed us out.
So that's really cool to see. But congratulations to Larson. I thought this was going to be a sweep weekend for him. And we'll talk about the cup race in a second. But I thought this was just like kind of the magic that he'll need just to do it on Sunday as well. But congratulations to the 88 team. The car looks really good. I love the bright red. I think he needs to run in the Cup Series. Personally, I know
Yeah,
we'll get into
yeah.
paint schemes later, but I just
I think it would make it pop a little bit more.
I think he just looks.
I
I
agree.
think the car looks good, and it fits Larson a little bit more.
But also
You know,
that darker.
before
Go, DJ.
I had never noticed that Corey Day and Rajah's were different until because they really, I mean, besides like Daytona, they never really just ran side by side.
Yeah,
And once Larson and Day were side by side, I was like, oh, these cars are like actually different. They're not the exact same.
That darker blue helps that red pop for sure.
yeah,
Hmm.
absolutely. Well, DJ, if you would like to highlight our finishers, um, that would be awesome. And then after this, we'll move into the Cup race, the most important race of the weekend.
I gotta find them real quick. All right, here we go. We got Chase Briscoe who fought back all day
Yeah,
to get to second, and honestly looked like he was gonna go win it. Sammy Smith in a great run in fifth. He looked like he had race winning pace for a little bit. Corey Day fighting back to seventh. Parker Retzloff, dude, Mr. Consistency, comes away in P12. As Cody says, your 2026 O'Reilly champion, Brandon Jones in the lucky number 13. Daniel Dye with a top 15, ladies and gentlemen. That's a great run for that
it's
organization.
diabolical, actually.
Our GOAT Rajah Caruso back in 19th. That's a shame.
That was his worst finish of the year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeremy Clements,
We'll
bad
talk more
luck
about him
still
later.
getting him. Sam Mayer, he wrecked out early, I believe, right? Or had
No, he had a
fuel pump.
a
A
mechanical.
Fuel
medical
pump,
issue?
yeah.
Sorry, I was meant to say mechanical, and medical just came out.
Yeah, fuel pump went bad. He's 35th and Taylor Gray 37th. That's
Gotcha.
about it.
Thank you for that. Thank you for highlighting those good runs, but also suck runs. So we move on to the Cup race. DJ, rate the Cup race blank out of 10. How did you feel?
I kind of liked it. It was pretty good. For a mile and a half, it kind of surprised. Give me just 1 second. It was pretty. It was pretty nice. Stage 2 was pretty good. Stage 1 was kind of just you knew exactly what to expect. I'd give it like an 8 out of 10 again.
Nice. Cody, how did you feel about the Cup race?
I wasn't actually like fell asleep in the middle of it, not because it was boring, but I just fell asleep because I was just tired. But like from what I saw every time I woke back up, and then even like before I went to sleep, I thought the racing was amazing, especially at like the start of the runs with when they pitted and the start of the stages and the start of the cautions. How they were battling three wide, multiple lanes the whole time was honestly so fire to watch. And then we seen JGR just implode inside out, except for Bill. So that was cool. And it was just him versus Hendrick Motorsports. But that was honestly pretty fun to watch. So honestly, probably give it like a 9 out of 10.
Not bad.
Yeah, DCD, how did you feel?
I didn't get to watch stage 1. Stage 2, I kind of caught last 50 or so laps and saw most of all stage 3. I had to listen to it at some points instead of watching, but from what I heard all day, it's pretty good battles all around. So I'll give it like a 7.8.
Gotcha. Um, I I did lower than you guys again. I gave it a 6.8 out of 10. I think it was a little bit better than the O'Reilly race, just with the way the package works here. The next gen cars and mile and a halfs, like the way the restarts work and the way everything just kind of maps out. They race a little bit better at the beginning of the run. I also I didn't think it was bad. I just thought it was a little bit above average again. Like I just um, average to me is from 4 to 6, and then and I thought we were just a little bit above that. I don't think we crossed the 7 mark for me because I think I graded um, the Coda race a 7, and I thought that was a little bit more intriguing And so, I mean, there was a lot of passes. I mean, I think the stages kind of ruined the race. To be honest, I think if the race was full, I think we would have saw a whole different dynamic. Um, I know that we want stages because it creates chaos or it gets them to reset or whatever it may be. But honestly, every run looked the same. Like there was no complexity into the race, and that's what I miss. I watched the whole IndyCar race at Arlington earlier that day, and just the way there was three different strategies going on because the race was from green to checker, right? So like you felt and you understood it. I know this is a different topic than what we have on here, but like stages is something that's really been killing the races for me. I know I'm a race fanatic, so I see it a different way. But I do want to ask a question. How do y'all feel about stages and this generation car? What does it actually do for you guys? Do you like it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Um, DJ?
Uh, it depends where. Like mile and a halves, I think you could take them away. I like them there because it kind of does get a little stagnant with those cars at mile and a halves because I mean, not saying they can't pass them mile and a halves, but it's definitely more challenging than years before. We've seen that with lap traffic all day. Like Denny got up there and Bell absolutely just hawked him down. Then what it was Bell and Larson, like almost a second and a half in front of Chase Elliott. They start battling, and then bam, just like that, Chase Elliott's right there with him. Like, so I think you could, but like you said, I like the stages because it adds chaos. It adds that excitement of getting to see them go 3, 4 wide into turn one on lap one of the stage. So I personally like them, but I can definitely understand where you're coming from, and I wouldn't mind it if they changed it back. But I'm a fan of the stages.
DCD, what's your thoughts?
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I'm gonna basically agree with DJ. He hit every point I was gonna say. So I don't mind them. I also wouldn't mind if we take them away. It's just I guess we gotta test it with this new format and see what's happening.
Yeah.
They
Cody?
need to take them away on super speedways. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Cody.
No,
for-
no.
I think as a younger fan, it definitely creates more excitement. Being a younger fan, someone my age, um, when it comes to like getting the field re-racked. Um, but I personally do love the strategy of the races when it comes to that, and I'd rather have strategy than a bunch of them all back together. Um, I mean, we've seen it at road courses that one year where they didn't stop, they didn't throw caution, they just like they called the stage, but just didn't throw caution for it, and they just kept going after road course. I don't remember where it was. I think they did it at Indy, right?
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure is one of them was.
Yeah.
I think I'd kind of like to see that more often. I feel like that'd make the strategy more thought about instead of splitting the stage in the middle and just going from there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'll put a lap or two sooner or put a lap or two later. So I feel like that's just kind of like it leaves it on the same strategy and nobody's really different. But if they had it where it's, uh, sorry, lost all train of thought. If they had it where there's no caution support, I feel like it kind of creates that more strategy where they can run longer and have that shorter run at the end for the stage for the tires. So I think I'd rather like to see it like that instead of a stage caution.
Yeah, I like what you said there because there's one thing that you said that kind of like, oh, that makes sense. Crap. I lost all train of thought with you. Sorry, I'm dealing with something at work right now, so that's why I have not been focused.
Uh, no caution for the stage.
Um, no, there's something else that you said. Oh, splitting it right in half in the stage, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
like that is the moment when the tires are starting to wear. Right at lap 40 for Vegas. That's when the tires were like, okay, in the next 5 laps, I'm gonna run 32-second lap times. I wish we would get to that point. I understand why the teams will never get to that point because they don't want to run slow, right? Their job is to run fast. I get that, but I think if we would run a whole fuel run, for the stages, like if that's like the way they set it up, like let's say you have 50 laps of fuel, right? And we do 48 laps on the stage. I'm being sarcastic, okay? The run of that first run would be insane. Like nobody would pit. Everybody would just fall off, and you would actually see the comers and goers aspect of it instead of, oh, I'm starting to actually lose time. Let me pit now, get the same exact feel that I had 10 laps ago. So that was just a thought I had, and why I rated the race a 6.8. But we did have, before we get into the controversy side of it, I want to talk about Denny Hamlin. Obviously, he is the thumbnail. He is the the main topic on the title of the video, and it says Denny Hamlin is elite, and I think we are seeing that. Like, I think him crossing that top 10 list up for a Harvick, I think puts him in a different realm, and I did not appreciate Denny Hamlin for a long time, and now
I still don't.
But now
You gotta appreciate him after what happened.
I enjoy watching Denny Hamlin win. Now it sucked. Last week it sucked. Like in a sense because I wanted to cheer for the guy, but my guy was second. Like he was catching him. I thought the pace was there, and I thought he was going to get to him. And the 51 had fresh tires and kind of gave some dirty air to his nose and lost a second in that run because of it. Which that's not an excuse. That's just what happened. But I think Denny Hamlin is going to pass Kyle Larson. I'm not Kyle Larson. Kyle Busch and wins this year. I think he'll win 2 more, and so he'll tie him at least in the all times wins list. Do y'all think he gets to 73 or 76 or whatever Dale's at? Right, 76.
I'm not sure.
I think
It's
it's
pretty
all
sure
I
it's
want-
76.
all I want him to get
Let me
is,
look.
because Kyle Busch
I
is
just want him to get-
63. I do know that.
I'm pretty sure you're right. I'm
I
pretty
just
sure
want him to
it's
get
76.
number 67
That
Yeah,
at the end of his career.
It's 76. You're right.
Do you think he gets to Earnhardt's win column?
I don't see Denny going for another like
He's
4
at
years.
61.
So that's 15 wins.
15
I don't-
wins.
I don't see that.
I don't know if
Yeah,
he goes. If he goes another 5 years, like he can absolutely win 3 races in a season.
Yeah, I can see that. But
I don't know if he does though.
But I think I think now he's okay to race. Like there's a difference in the way he talks about racing in the last 2 weeks than he did the first 3 weeks of the season. Not just because of the win, but like on his podcast and stuff as well.
There's a lot of question marks around Denny Hamlin going into the season. Will he still
Exactly.
have that speed?
Yeah.
Will he still be motivated? And I think he showed up. That was the Denny Hamlin we've seen for the last couple of years. That he will be a favorite towards the end.
He's
Yeah,
undefeated at Vegas in a purple car in the Gen 7.
I just
Okay.
I don't know. I hope. I wish he would have won a championship previously. Like, of course, I'd never want him to win 2010. But, like, there's one season I really wish he would have won it just because we would be talking about him like a lock, right? Like, no matter what, he's elite type of thing. But the fact that he doesn't have that in his resume really sucks.
Yeah,
And,
it hurts him for sure.
And we just still need to appreciate his talent. That's just all I have to say. It was an emotional win. Congratulations to his whole family because that meant more than just to him, right? Like his mom. We saw, we're proud of you, son. Like that was an emotional moment. I was tearing up. Like I was like, I've never teared up for another driver winning except Chase. In that moment, well, Jimmy when he won 7, that was when I teared up. But um,
I did too, bro. I did too.
but like I'd
Yeah.
never seen another driver win, and I was like, this was good. Like I was okay. But anyways, y'all, I talk too much. What do y'all think about Denny Hamlin? Go ahead, DJ.
Again, like you said, it was a feel-good story. I don't mind the fact of him winning, and I'm finally glad he doesn't get out and say that stupid phrase anymore. Because usually he'd say it right after he endorsed my driver for a win, so I'm glad he doesn't say that no more. I agree with you though that no championship is holding him back, and that's thanks to my first goat, his kryptonite, Jimmy Johnson. I I could see him getting it done this year, especially with the pace that the Toyotas have and his consistency, and he knows this format. I would not be surprised if he did. And if he does, I got a question. Do y'all think that cracks him into the top 5 of all time? I feel like he's a lock for top 10.
Top
I
five's hard.
top 5 is, I mean, top 5 is. Sometimes I don't even put Richard Petty top 5, just because of
I don't.
just because of the era that he won his races. Now they're creditable, right? Like he's a great guy and he's excellent at racing. But like when
Yeah,
it
but he raced
comes,
against plumbers.
like that's my point. Like I don't know. That's why I don't know if I put Denny Hamlin in my top 5 at all. I don't even think he gets close. I think he would be 8th in my list. He would be under Kyle Busch for me.
Okay, so if he does catch Kyle Busch's win record like we
Yep.
think he's going to and wins a championship, you don't think that gets him close at all?
I don't
Kyle
think
Busch still got one more.
I just still think Kyle Busch is better, even if he surpasses him and wins, just because of what Kyle Busch has done in the last 3 years. I think he would have caught Dale Earnhardt if he would have still been with Gibbs or whatever it may be. By the way, we have someone in the chat that's new. Welcome in. Thank you. I texted you in the chat, but I just wanted to say hello.
Hello.
That's cool to see. But you can add your opinions about Denny Hamlin and things like that. But yeah, I don't think he gets top 5, even if he wins a championship. Or, I mean, because top 3 for me is Jimmy Johnson, Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon. That's top 3, right? And
We agree on the same.
those 3 are interchangeable depending on who you talk to, in a sense of like what you think about Jimmy Johnson because he won in the Chase era and all these things, right? But like, I think winning 5 championships in a row
Automatically put you one.
to me, that's what I think.
Yeah, like
And it wasn't all just in the same format either.
Yeah, it was all different
yeah,
formats, different types of vehicles. Like
he won in every single format, didn't he?
Not in the Winston, but yes.
Well, obviously that one.
Yeah,
But it was full season points, then Chase, then
yeah, he won in all the Chase styles, and then plus the elimination.
That's my goat, man. And 83 Cup Series victories. Like,
but like
he's a dog.
84 next year.
But like, so it's those 3, Cale Yarbrough, and then maybe Richard Petty. Like, I might be
no Kyle Busch top 5.
But like Kyle Busch and Richard Petty are like this for me. They interchange. So like Richard Petty, because he has 7 Cup championships, that like it puts him in a different league. And I know that it was different era, right? But like that is still an accomplishment, no matter what series or whatever you're doing. So that's why, like, I don't think he gets. I consider maybe. I mean, I still think Harvick is better than Denny. But like, I just, yeah.
I think it's the conversation to be had if Denny wins a championship, because that's literally the only thing holding it back. Because everybody keeps on talking about, oh, is Denny Hamlin better than Mark Martin? Who's the greatest driver without a championship? It's Denny.
Yeah, it's Denny hands down. Like, and Mark Martin's great. Like he's
but if you put a championship in Mark Martin, he's not a top 10 lock.
Yeah, I mean,
I think Denny's borderline top 10 without a championship.
Oh, so, absolutely.
Like,
yeah.
So you give him one, and he's jumping a few people.
Well, anyways, let's hear y'all's thoughts. You two at the bottom of my screen. Do y'all think he's top 5 or top 10? Whatever he said.
Okay. I think. Sorry, dumb boy laughed. It really threw me off. Um, I think Denny Hamlin, like without the championship, is definitely borderline top 10. If not 10th. Um, I think him winning a championship definitely puts him around 7th or 8th. Now, if he were to go on and win like this year, next year, right? We're gonna look at him in a different way. In that case, and oh, hello, Chase Sexual.
Hi, man.
I think I think he can definitely be arguable for top 5 if he wins 2 in a row, like including this one and next year, uh, for sure. So I think we just won championship. I think he's around 7th or 8th for me.
Yeah, for sure. Since you just came in, have you been listening to it on your phone? Okay.
I think this is a
He's not
perfect
gonna like
topic
this
for
topic
Mr.
at
Hunter
all.
Baker.
So we're asking.
Not gonna lie.
So I asked like about if Denny Hamlin catches Kyle Busch and wins, and then I asked, do you think he catches Dale Earnhardt and wins? Because he surpassed Harvick for 10th, right?
Yeah.
And so the question after that was brought up by DJ. Do you consider, if Denny Hamlin gets a championship, do you consider him one of maybe top 5 in the sport? What's your thoughts?
Top 5 is a stretch for me. A championship would secure him in the top 10, 100%. For me personally, I think the 5 greats are the 5 greats because they have multiple championships and where they're at and wins. And I mean, a couple of them just literally changed the sport. I don't feel like Denny's really changed the sport. I mean, he has from the aspect of being a driver owner and a successful one, which I feel like we haven't seen that before, other than, I mean, maybe Tony Stewart. But I still feel like Denny, at this age, at his age, and at this point, still executes at a really high level. So I mean, from that aspect, yeah, he's changed the sport. But no, I don't think I'd have him as a top 5 of all time, even if he won a championship. Honestly, might be a crazy take. I don't care if he won the next 2 years. I still wouldn't have him top 5, but he would be like 6th or after that.
Yeah, I agree. I'm so with you. I gave my top 5 like right now, and I said Jimmy Johnson, Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon, and then I said Cale Yarbrough, and then Richard Petty. Like I think because Richard Petty, when he won his 200, like those are at a different era where like it was not as impressive. Doesn't mean it's not impressive, but just compared to the other 3 above him.
I could be wrong in this too, but weren't they running a lot more than 36 races a season when
Correct.
he was?
Yes. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, so
I mean,
when he won, 12 straight races or 10 straight or whatever it was, they ran 56 races that season. So like it to me, it's still a great accomplishment. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
7 championships, 200 wins. That's hell of a story, right? But like compared to now, he would probably win 1 championship and like maybe 30 races. Like like in the sense of what is compared to. And so, anyways, that's my top 5. And then the 5th, Kyle Busch and Richard Petty interchange for me. Like I feel like Kyle Busch's 200 is more impressive. And so like I don't know. Like I don't see Denny even getting close to that. So
I feel like Kyle's just kind of ruining his career with how he's performed the last couple of years. Like I think if we just looked at his career, I think if we looked at his career after he right when he left JGR, I feel like making an argument for him being top 5 would be much easier than what it is now, just because of the recency bias of seeing him struggle. But I don't know. I mean, I guess from that aspect, it makes what Denny's doing right now even more impressive because I mean, him and Kyle, what are they the same age, or is Denny a couple years younger or older? Like they have to be close.
Let's see.
I think Denny's older. Yeah.
Which I mean, that just makes it even more impressive. Like
Yeah.
I mean, I think you all know I am a D1. Actually, I'm not a D1 Denny hater anymore. I was for the longest
You're
time,
like
but I mean,
D3 now.
his story's
You're
kind
like a
of
D11.
altered my outlook on him. So, but yeah, I mean, I think for your question for the final time, no, he's not top five.
Yeah, Denny's 6 years older.
Damn.
Wow.
Oh wow. Okay.
Homie is
Well,
homie is
that's
up.
KFB's not even 40 yet.
Really?
He's 39.
That's wild.
KFB looks older than Denny right now.
Yeah.
It's because of all the damn
The
stress.
stress.
Yeah. I don't know. I listened to his radio like the first couple runs in the race. And one thing that he said was like, "Do y'all even listen to me?" Like he was it's like I'm telling you this is what the car feels like. And you're adjusting the opposite direction. Like what are you doing?
He did
was
almost crash out on Larson too.
well,
Yeah, Bert said, he said, tell the 5, never mind, I'll just kill him. Like, calm down, Uncle.
I don't think he said that. I didn't hear
That's
that.
what he said.
He did.
Okay, that's
Said,
funny.
never mind, I'll
He
kill him.
stopped himself. He's like, all right, I'll just go do it myself.
That's so funny. But that's awesome. Anyways, we're running very long on these cup things. Let's talk a little bit about Ross and Daniel Suarez real quick, because we still got a lot to get to in the show. I'll give you my piece. I think it's just stupid. Like I didn't see anything in the race, and a lot of people on social media looked throughout the whole race. Like there was just one little like slide job type thing, and maybe one
Yeah,
little
it was like 2 to
contact,
go.
and yeah, one little contact and 1 and 2 at the end of the race. But other than that, it wasn't too crazy. And apparently, like Daniel didn't like that with whatever he did, and so he kind of gave him a hand. Like, what are you doing? And Ross was like, giving me the hand, and he just doors him after the checkered. And then they get to pit road. Daniel walks back. He's like, "What the heck?" And then Ross just immediately just goes, "I don't." It wasn't great like audio, but it sounds like the dude said, "You got fired." Like what? Like,
he said that. He said that's why you got
that's what he
fired.
said.
yeah, and like respectfully, I don't even know what to say to that. Like
We got a hand.
like I've heard some things by the Trackhouse boys behind the stage, and like there are some things that like if that's the first thing he says getting out of the race car, I can only imagine what they're saying at Trackhouse. Okay, like that is nuts, and like I hate to say this like live, but I I was baffled. Like I don't even use that term, but I was so like, there's no way Ross said that. Okay,
He said it.
He said it like straight up. That's why
He
you
said
got
it.
fired. Like I mean, okay. But anyways, my 2 cents is it's childish. I can't wait to see what this continues to do because I think it's going to continue. Because he's already wrecked 3, or got into it with 3 Trackhouse drivers, Suarez that is. So y'all give your thoughts. I'm laughing too much.
It's
I don't.
it's just
Go
a
ahead.
sloppy breakup. Like that's what it feels like. It feels like a messy breakup. And like I think every time I've seen Suarez around a track house guy, like I mean, I feel Suarez has a reputation for racing them hard, like racing anybody hard. But like it feels amplified when he's around the track house guys, and like I said, it just feels like a messy breakup. Like I feel like he's trying to like prove to like Justin Marks, like, hey, like look, I'm just as good as these guys. It's too late, dude. You had years to prove that in that equipment, and you didn't. You had years to prove it in JGR equipment, and you didn't. Like I don't think Daniel Suarez is like a bum by any means. I think if Daniel Suarez was in a JGR ride in Xfinity, we would be talking about him in the same aspect of what we talk about like Justin Allgaier, like a respected veteran that could win 5 races a season. Um, he hasn't adapted to the Cup cars, and I mean, obviously, I mean that's kind of why he's been seat hopping his whole career in the Cup Series. And I mean, from the rumors I'm hearing from for silly season, he's going to be doing it again next season. Um, so it's a messy breakup. I feel like Daniel needs to handle it better. Um, you got to just accept that. I mean, what Ross said, you got fired, accept it, move on, do what you need to do this year.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
Anybody
I
else?
kind of feel the same way. Like even what it was Phoenix or something like that when he finally ran good and he was like, "Yeah, this is what happens when I'm actually getting attention or da 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 da." Like, dude, you were the main driver at Trackhouse for what, a year before Ross came,
Hmm.
and then Ross came in and immediately championship 4. Like, you got your opportunity, and then from what I've seen, it was literally just because Daniel kind of threw like a little, I guess you could say, slide job and ran Ross high, but nothing really happened. It's just what Hunter said. It's just sloppy breakup, and it's childish. But I do think it will continue because, as we know, Ross doesn't really just let things go, and we know how Daniel is with trackhouse cars. So I think it's going to get fun.
I agree with all that, but like also, Daniel, you're not running horrible. You're just out the chase right now. Why are you risking this early?
Agreed. And we'll get into the point soon because I literally just had the same thought. Um, Actually, I was watching the Eric Esteff's video, and like Trackhouse is not performing like Spire is, like this year. Like Spire has an alliance with Hendrick. This is the best version of Daniel Suarez we could see if he just focuses up, right? Like that's all he needs to do and just do his job. But I agree with what Eric said. But let's go ahead and talk about our finishers. Run through those real quick, Cody, if we could, and then um, we'll talk about the top 12 in O'Reilly, and then our top 16 points in the Cup, really fast.
Yeah. So obviously we have the winner, Denny Hamlin. Congratulations to him. We have Chase Elliott finishing second. He ran pretty decent all day, from what I've seen in the race, and he was getting on Hamlin there at the end. Probably if he had like 3 or 5 more laps, he probably would have got to him, and it still would have been a struggle to get around him. I feel like because in this car it's all about aero blocking. Byron with the P3, Bell with P4. Ty Gibbs another top 5 this season. Heck of a job by him. That's 3 top 5s in a row now, correct? So he's doing amazing to start off this season. I guess the Toyota is definitely helping him there because they've all been good. Um, I feel like, which I can't really say much for Larson because I woke up a little later. But him P7, Busher P6, Briscoe P8, and then Bubba P9. Oh, also Briscoe sped early on in the day before the race. Was hoping he would not do again in the race, and that's not what happened. He sped the first pit stop, and then he came back to finish P8 in the race. That's a great job by him, and Brad rounding off the top 10 as well. Zane Smith in P14, Ryan Priest in P11. All the RFK guys ran super well on Sunday, and then Logano P15 kind of surprising there. It's just always kind of been his track, especially the first Vegas race. Which I guess that's why Hunter picked him. It did not go well. uh, and then Torres P18, Chesney P17. That's about it in the top 20. Um, looking down, that's about all the highlights that I kind of have for us from what I can see.
That's good.
Yeah.
Tell us our O'Reilly standings, DJ.
Same thing at the top. We still got old man Justin Allgaier leading them, with Jesse Love trailing 13 points behind him. Austin Hill in third, Sheldon Creed fourth, Carson Quapple holding strong after bouncing through rides all year so far. He is fifth, Sammy Smith sixth. The GOAT Corey Day after leading some laps in seventh. Rajai Caruth after his worst finish, still holding eighth. The man, the myth, the legend, Parker Retzloff still in ninth. Sam Mayer, if he can just have some luck on his side, he is still 10th. 2026 O'Reilly champion, according to Sheldon Creed Jr. Brandon Jones in 11th. Taylor Gray 12th, even after getting completely dumped. I feel like this one just has to be said. Jeb Burton in 13th. Jeremy
Nice.
Clement still in a hole in 21st. That sucks for him. That's about it.
Thank you for that.
I know we were trying to go through that really quick, but I do want to kind of spotlight one person that's been fairly impressive to me. That's not that far out of the chase. Patrick Staropoli in 16th right now. I feel like he's a guy that doesn't get a lot of attention. Um, I believe he's a guy from the Northeast region. Was a modified guy, if I'm not mistaken. Um, I've been fairly impressed by him this season, and even last year in his like spot starts. I definitely think that if he gets in the right situation and gets a decent ride, that's a name you might start hearing a little bit more often. I really like his talent behind the wheel.
Yeah, good point. He's also a doctor, if you didn't know, which is really cool.
Yeah,
Dr.
That's
Starpoli.
that's so crazy to me. That's wild. Um, but yeah, awesome. And then your boy Parker Retzloff in 9th.
my goat.
I know we talked about this earlier, but I would like to hear Hunter's opinion on it. How about Corey Day this weekend?
Oh, I believe I don't know who I talked to in the party right after the
It was me.
race. I was extremely impressed. Like I really thought I was gonna have to eat my words on Corey Day. Um, and honestly, I think with what he showed this weekend, I think eventually I'm going to have to. Um, I'm hoping that wasn't just like a one-off situation. I know Larson kind of glazed him for half of his own interview, which was weird to me, but. Um, yeah, I thought he was really impressive. Didn't really have any run-ins with anybody. So a really good race from him, and kind of excited to see how he can, build off of that. In the next couple weeks, especially this week at a tough track like Darlington. Excited to see how he can handle that.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I'll update you on the cup points. We'll do the top 16 and we'll give some notables as well. Tyler Reddick gets a 61-point gap over Bubba Wallace. Ryan Blaney third. Denny Hamlin moved all the way up to fourth. Ryan Blaney is minus 67 points back. That's why he just did that. Chase Elliott dropped in fifth, but he still gained points on Tyler Reddick. Christopher Bell moved all the way up to sixth. I know one of our questions earlier in the season, we talked about, does Christopher Bell have a shot to make it to the points lead from where he was 100 points back, and he still only gained 9 points from that conversation. So, just FYI. Kyle Larson, 7th. William Byron, 8th. The 3, Roush. Keselowski Racing drivers, 9th, 12th, and 13th. And then you got Ty Gibbs in 10th, Joey Logano in 11th, and then Spire has got 14th and 15th with McDowell and Carson Hocevar. And then tied for 16th is 3 drivers, Shane Van Gisbergen, Daniel Suarez, and AJ Allmendinger. That
Wow.
is crazy. But yeah, wild stuff there. Ross Chastain 20th. To your point about, Spire doing better than Trackhouse, it's right there in front of us. Kyle Busch 22nd. Riley Herbst is in 23rd. That's pretty impressive for what I expect.
Monster money.
Chase Briscoe in 26th. He gained a lot of points from his 8th place finish, and still Austin Cindric still in the 30th position. Connor Zillage, one of our questions later on in the show, is still in 35th with 50 points on the board. That is our updated points for the Cup Series. And now we'll look at the paint schemes that Cody and DA liked. Cody, you're going to have this all to yourself, and we're going to do this really fast, okay?
Did we want to do everyone rating it, or did we just me rating it?
Just you.
This year.
Okay.
All right.
First off, we have Gardens Village and the rally car. Throwback. I forgot what scheme till I forgot what it was too, and I
I
know they're
got
going to be running it.
here. I got you. It's a little. It's a concept that Dale Senior was gonna run at one point.
Uh, and I think it looks very good. I love the black lines right behind the number. I think that makes it pop as well. I'm gonna give that probably like a 7 out of 10. We have Allgaier. Um, I think I like the chrome red on the number. It's different from the red on the bottom of the car. I think it honestly pops a little bit. I think the white around it makes it pop as well. And I just like the color design. I guess it kind of matches Connor's logo as well. Uh, I'm gonna go at 6.5. Chase Briscoe with the Wix filters. I love the way this car looks. It and it looks like just there's paint on the car and like paint streaks, and I love the way that design looks. Um, I think it's better than both the schemes in my opinion. I would give it about a 7.5. Oh, heck yeah. We have Raja Ruth in the donut car. I think the scheme is fire, literally. Um, I like the black and yellow, black and yellow. Um,
Black
it
and
looks
yellow,
pretty
black and
nice.
yellow.
I love I love like the donut sponsor where it's like yellow on the black side and then it goes to black on the where it's yellow on the top. I think that's very good detail on their part. I think it looks very nice. I don't like the sponsor on the hood. I think it's a little too low, but I'll give this like a 6. We have the wild paint scheme from Cars Quapple. I think the orange popped really well under the sun. Um, I think it looks amazing. I love like I guess it's like orangish white on the bottom. Um, I think that looks really good as well. Definitely the best scheme, but uh, I'll give it a 7 as well. SVG with the super file paint scheme. I There's so much going on in this car, and I love it. And I feel like Trackhouse is one of those teams that can do it the best. I love the multi different colors on it, and then I'd probably give it around. Oh, sorry, I just realized something on this game. There's two 97 designs in the middle of the car. That's like very small. I don't know if you can see it, but definitely just noticed that now. I think it looks very clean. Um, I would give it probably like a 7.5. I I had to wait until I seen it on track for Connor's Village, but the gold surprisingly popped. It definitely looks different under under the daylight. I feel like it. I don't know if it would have looked good at night, so I'm kind of glad it was run during the day. Um, I think the gold was a little dark, but it still popped a little bit. Um, but not as good as the 97, so I'm gonna give it a 6.5. I've Chris for both interstate batteries. Um, and anytime JGR runs the scheme, it's just a little heads up. It might be there. You might see this one, the future episodes. I think the scheme is amazing and it looks super good and it pops at night and in the sun. The green is very bright. I love that. I'd give this an 8.5. We have the Yahoo car for the race winner. I love the scheme. It's not better than the Interstate Batteries one, um, but I love. I think it was DJ that said the two different purples kind of made it look weird, but to me, I think it makes it look better. I like it how it's not the same purple all the way around, and I love like the little white designs going across, and then the Yahoo all the way around the side and the back of the car as well. I'll give this as an 8 out of 10.
All right, that is all your
Like just
schemes.
another one.
Am I?
What the heck?
I said there's an X at the top.
Did I not send it?
I don't know.
It was just Reddick's Jordan skin that was kind of a throwback to Kurt Busch. They made the red in the front. I think that made it look better, and it made it the pot number pop as well.
Yeah, that was
I'll just put that an 8.
on my saved. Sorry,
It's
but
fine.
thank you
Very good.
for those schemes. Next week we will have 3 of each instead of 5 because we have 3 races.
Makes it better on me.
Gunboy, tell us the news. Give us the ratings for Phoenix.
All right. Not much news going on. There's still some controversy with JGR and Chris Gabehart. Haven't got to the full details yet. I know they're still going to court. Hunter, speaking of late models, we have a late model guy preparing for his debut soon with Junior Motorsports. Couple new sponsors to Richard Childress and FICO for Kyle Busch for 3 races. I'm trying to get through this kind of quick for us so we can get to the next segment. And then Phoenix ratings. Saturday's O'Reilly race at Phoenix averaged 1.154 million viewers on the CW, which is slightly down from last year, but it's still up from all other Phoenix spring races since 2018. And then the Cup race at Phoenix got 2.8. And then also just a little shout out to IndyCar since we talked about it last week, 1.2 million viewers for Saturday's race.
Awesome stuff. Did it tell you the percentage on the Cup? Like
No, that
down.
Nah, not that I have right now. It hasn't got put out yet.
Gotcha.
I'll mention it next week if I have to.
Gotcha.
I wanted to mention some news as well. Another part of news is Legacy Motor Club with Jimmy announcing on Sirius XM going to 3 full-time cars. I think that's amazing for them, and they're constantly getting better every single week. And we see that constantly every week. We're just seeing them getting better and better and better. Running top 15 most of the time now. I don't know who they're going to go with. The two best options are definitely Jesse Love and Corey Heim. I would say. What?
Insider information. I'm pretty sure I know who's getting that 3rd ride.
I mean, you want to leave a little leak?
I'm pretty sure Riley Herbst is going to that 3rd ride, and then Corey Heim is taking
Riley
over at 2311.
If Riley Herbst goes there, I might boycott LMC. I'm telling you right now.
I don't know. He's
might be a
doing better
struggle.
than he's doing better than Jones in the points.
Oh, really? That doesn't mean anything. Let's be honest.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, now it doesn't mean anything.
Winning Durant is back.
And Bowman gets shit every week. I don't want to hear it.
Bowman's just bad.
No, he's hurt.
No, yeah, he's hurt. Don't joke on the man when he's down.
He wasn't hurt before.
Any other news that y'all have?
Did it. Nope.
Okay. Shake, this is our new segment. In the draft questions. You go ahead. You ask the questions. And then it'll go DJ, DCD, Cody, and myself in that order on how we answer. Sound good?
Sounds good. All right, so it's 2 questions. The first one, is it time to hit the panic button on Connor Zilic? Connor Zilic right now is 27 points ahead of Alex Bowman, who has missed 2 races.
Yeah, it is definitely time to hit the panic button, especially since I don't think a lot of us had him winning at 1.5 miles for a short track. Anyways, we all thought his best shot was at a road course, and I still think he gets one done at the road course. He proved that at Coda that he is going to be the guy that's going to go race SVG week in and week out for those wins. So it's definitely time to hit the panic button.
And wait, before all you all answer, so he has 50 points. He scored 23 points at Coda. So almost half of his points were scored in one race.
It's crazy.
All right. Well, as a Bowman fan, I honestly don't think Bowman races this weekend. I think they give him at least. Honestly, they may give him to the off week. If we're still maybe like, I'm just saying, if Bowman comes back and wins the race and can basically catch up to Zilich in points, if he's there, it's time to hit the panic button. I don't know what Bowman's future is right now, so that's got a lot to determine on it.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at DJ's face. He had the same face like the last minute or so. He's
Yeah,
just like,
I
what?
was wondering why he was talking about Bowman.
It made sense to
That,
me.
that led up to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it added up to it, but I was like, what?
DJ
I
was Ty
definitely
Gibbs.
think so myself.
Go ahead.
I think it's definitely time to hit the panic button on Village. If only missing 2 races and only being 27 points ahead of him, it's just not a good look on his part. And like Hunter said, he said he's 23 points at Coda, almost half his points for in one race, and that's not a good look on a rookie at all. Even though he's going to run the rookie of the year because there's no one else, so congrats to him. But I think later on in the season, I think he'll understand the car more, maybe, hopefully, for his sake. And at the road course, I think he'll battle week in, week out with SVG at the road courses. So, but I think it's definitely time to hit the panic button as of right now in Zillage and maybe have a talk with him, let Chastain go and talk with him about running better and more about the car.
Yeah, good points all around. I'm gonna go the different direction. I don't have a panic button just yet. Only because realistically, a lot of the mistakes that has happened or the finishes that he's had has been super speedway related. Um, Kodo, he got spun out twice, like that. That sucks for him. And then Phoenix, that race, his brake rotor busted in the middle of the race and that he couldn't finish. Now he wasn't running that great, but this was the first weekend that really was just lacking experience slash speed and ability in the car. So I'm not panicking just yet, but I will panic. I like what you said, DCD. At when we take the week off for Easter and if he's not gained more than 45 points above Bowman, I think there is a panic button. Good question.
Yeah. So me personally, to like answer my own question, I'm kind of 50-50. I remember one of my bold takes before the season was that Zilich would not finish inside the top 20 in points and obviously would not make the chase. Um, like Dylan said, a lot of it is two of them are super speedways. One is a mechanical issue, and then one is he scored 23 points at a race where he got spun out twice, which is extremely impressive. So I'm not quite, I'm not jumping overboard yet, but I'm battening down the hatches. I'm getting ready. I think these next couple weeks he definitely has to step it up, or this kind of might be a season that gets away fairly early, especially with this new format.
Agreed.
Question number 2, and the last question. This is kind of a crazy one. Can 2311 be considered the best Toyota team right now? They are first and second in points, and they have 535 total team points, while JGR has 557, 22 more points, with one extra car.
In my opinion, no. I I think Joe Gibbs just showed up last week or yesterday and took control back over. I think the first 3 weeks for sure, but only being 22 points ahead. But you also look at the bad runs that Chase Briscoe has had. He's finished 37th in 3 of the 5 races. So, I mean, I don't really think you can say 2311 is taking over. Even
You
though
also got to consider
they're
they're a
really,
car down.
they're really a 2-car team compared to a 4-car team. But I don't think they take over. It might be coming in the next couple of years. Ty Gibbs shutout, but it might be happening soon. especially with a little bold prediction. I think after Denny's contract is up, is he goes and drives at 2311 himself before he leaves. But I can definitely see 2311 taking that step over JGR pretty soon. But as of right now, no, they are not.
Yeah, I definitely agree with DJ's point. I think it's getting there. It's not just yet, but also I said when 2311 happened, then he's going to leave and drive for them at some point.
There's no way he doesn't.
I'm kind of like 50-50 on it when you look at it. Of course, you got to add the three cards together, but realistically, points in total, it's mainly the 23 and 45 altogether compared to a four-card team and Briscoe being really low in the points as well. I wouldn't say 2311 has overtaken them as the best Toyota team, but it's definitely going to happen in the next few years, I would say. But them being one first and second in points is very impressive. Obviously, it's toned down a little bit ever since the first two races, but it's just going to keep getting better and better for them as a team, and especially if they get rid of Riley Herbst and Corey Heim gets up there. So yeah,
Hunter, you can go ahead and answer. We're lagging really bad, so I'm trying to fix that right now.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think JGR is still the best team. And yesterday they kind of showed their dominance, I thought, at Phoenix. Christopher Bell was the best car. But I mean, to be a car and a half down and still only be behind by 22 points is an extremely impressive start to the season. I mean, obviously having 3 wins is going to help. That's an extra 60 points. But I don't necessarily think 2311 will ever take over as the top Toyota team. I think JGR just kind of has too much history, and they're too financially stable to ever not be the number one team, especially having four solid charters every single year. Um, but to add on to what you all were saying, Denny will never drive for 2311, especially if Corey Heim gets in that seat because he's not getting a fourth charter. So who's he kicking out to drive for? You're not getting rid of Tyler Reddick. The way Bubba's performing right now, you're not getting rid of him. And if you get Corey Heim, you're definitely not getting rid of him.
I totally agree with you, Hunter, on that situation. At
I
first
mean,
I
unless
thought
Tyler Reddick doesn't sign, he's going to be a free agent at the end of the year.
that's a good point. That is a good point. But I definitely do agree when it comes to them not gonna. He's not gonna get rid of Bubba and Reddick unless Reddick doesn't resign, like you just said. They're performing way too well right now, and Korheim is just gonna. It's someone you don't want to give up if you have the opportunity to get him. When you see how good he is for the few races that, well, I guess not few races that he's running, but the few races that he has run in the Cup Series and not having much experience is just an insane talent as that you don't want to miss out on him. Definitely don't want to get rid of. So I don't think Hamlin will drive for his own team.
Um, all good points. I heard every single one of you. Sorry, we're finally starting to pick back up. We had to pause some internet connection in our house. But my thought is no, they're not considered the best just quite yet. Only because I think this was the real test, like of speed and performance and execution at Vegas. And 2311 was good, but they were second tier for sure. Especially from, I mean, if the 19 doesn't speed on pit road, you know, and the 54 and the 11, right? I mean, I don't know where they would have finished, and they still finished, in the top 10. But I just think um, they had a real shot to finish even higher without those speeding penalties. Next week will be a really good test as well, because um, if 2311 outruns Joe Gibbs at one of their best tracks? I would say maybe, but I don't know. Briscoe's been kind of, he's had speed, but just not had the execution. And then of course, the first two races, all of them kind of wrecked out. So once we get about 3 races in, we'll see a difference. So no, to your question. Any other things you got for us?
I can ask. I got one question I've been thinking, and I kind of want to ask this. I feel like at Phoenix, it was fairly obvious Christopher Bell was the best car, and I think early on yesterday, Christopher Bell was the best car, and that's 2 straight races where at some point he had the best car, and he didn't end up winning the race. So I'm obviously not a panic button, but do you think that's something that there should be like a little bit of concern of? Because I mean, obviously Christopher Bell has talent. Um, he's been to how many championship fours in the old format? He's a very talented driver, but I mean, not finishing in a format that really rewards winning. Is there something to be worried about?
I think his long run speed is what's killing him right now, because that's where Blaney was killing him at Phoenix, and we seen it every stage. Like, he just fell off, except for like stage 1, but stage 2 and 3, he just fell off a bridge, and he just doesn't have that. I think the Toyotas in general didn't have the long run speed, because we saw Chase Elliott start to run down Denny, and I mean, Ty Gibbs had good long run speed, but I don't really think necessarily it's a worry right now. Now, if it continues to happen, then I could definitely see it becoming a problem.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hit the button just yet. I'll give it a few weeks.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hit the button as well, especially as Christopher Bell fan myself. I think it also just comes down to uh, being on the right strategy as well. I feel like he was kind of, I know in stage 1, was it stage 1 or I think it was stage 1 where Hamlin was pitting and he had to check up and go around him, and he just didn't know that Hamlin was pitting there. Um, and like he still came back to get up there. Did he win the stage or was it Hamlin?
Who?
Stage 1. Bell.
Bell.
Okay. I thought so. Yeah, he came back up there after the long run and the tires started to wear out for everyone else. And he was just faster at that point with the tires. But when it came to the long run and on everyone on equal tires, it was just kind of like him struggling. And I feel like I feel like he was kind of on the wrong strategy the day yesterday. So I think it kind of just comes to a crew chief kind of situation when it comes to strategy.
I lean more towards an issue than not, only because Bell has been a guy who executes races really well. That team is, even when they're not the fastest car, they end up finding a way. In Martinsville 2022, they won or whatever. All these things, right? Like they know how to execute when they need to, and they just haven't been. But doesn't mean they've been failing. They just haven't executed for the dub. Um, and so that's why they should be only 50 points back, because they should have had 2 wins because of how fast they were in the last 2 weeks. But now they're still 91 points back. So yeah, I agree with what your question there. Anything else? Alrighty, we'll move on to next week. The preview, predictions, and picks. It's my favorite part of the show. Are y'all excited for this?
We are.
Saying that I'm not picking first or second no more. No, not really.
Yeah, it's not fun, is it?
Especially since I just went through
DJ.
all the entry list, and I'm not liking my chances.
Yeah, good luck, brother.
I don't remember which one it is. Oh, there it is. I found it.
Hey.
Why don't you name it next time?
That's because I downloaded it at 650. Here's the new points. We do not have Damon on our standings anymore. He has some personal things to take care of, so I just can eliminate him. So it's only 6, positions that you have to pick, not being the 7th guy. So first we have all 3 series this week. Again, we have the Truck, O'Reilly, and Cup series, and we'll do our Truck, O'Reilly win pick, and then we'll do a suck, good run, and win pick for the Cup. I will tell you the information for the trucks before we start picking that. Give me 1 second. Well, you took the first guy off my list. Thank you.
I think he's the first guy on everybody's list.
But that's all right. I will pick Christopher Bell. He's running in all 3 series, and I think that's the next best guy.
Okay, you took the guy who was number
Heck
1
yeah.
on my list.
Still my second pick.
DA it still didn't send me his yet, so Cody, you get to pick third now.
Heck yeah. Well, my first 2 picks were taken, unfortunately. But I think there's only probably one guy that can maybe hang with them both. It's Tom Jeske.
Awesome, good pick. DCD.
Well, y'all didn't take him. I'm gonna take Carson Hocevar.
Well, I feel like he was the only guy giving Corey Heim problems last year, so I'm going to take Lane Riggs.
Good pick.
Awesome stuff. Now we go to the O'Reilly series. So sorry. And it is 147 laps and 200 miles as well. That's interesting. I didn't realize that. It's at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. It's on the CW. Who is going to win? Hunter Baker.
This is a tough one because Bowman was scheduled to run in the 88, and they still have it listed as to be announced. So if it's Larson, I would take Larson, but obviously I can't do that. So I think for me, even though Seabell is racing, I'm gonna go out on a limb and go with a guy that's had some success here, and I'm gonna take Cody's champion, and I'm gonna take Brandon Jones.
You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me, dude. You gotta be kidding me. That was my first pick, and I was like, nobody's gonna pick this one. Great. Thanks, Hunter.
Well, I'm lucky to get my first pick. I actually picked Ross Chastain over Christopher Bell. Just me and the 9.
This dude's picking third and gets Christopher Bell.
And Cody?
I might as well just take him. Give me Bell.
DCD.
All right, give me Patrick Staropoli.
I like it. That is awesome.
I'm in the same boat as Hunter. If I knew who was in that 88, I would probably pick that 88. And I wish I could just go ahead and say it that I'm taking it because I'm pretty sure it's going to end up being Kyle Larson. But with that being said,
I thought you were about to pick the 88. Like, I thought you were about to say the 88.
Do it. You won't.
I thought about doing the 88.
That is
correct. I don't know who's driving it. I know it's not going to be Alex Bumman, so give me that car to win.
Can't wait until they do a Ram thing and just pick somebody from the stands that won a competition. Hey, you're driving the 88 this week. Hey, I'm going to be there.
Corey LaJoy, what's up?
It's either
honestly,
be
I don't
Larson.
see why you don't just throw Rajah back in it. I mean, I know he's
I agree.
Jordan Anderson and all that, but
no,
I think it'll be.
I'm gonna be in the stands. Just let me race.
All right, Ricky Bobby.
Let him race.
He knows Chandler Smith, man. Let him drive it. I'm gonna write down 88 car for my win.
That's so good. That's what I'm gonna put as your pick. 88 car.
God. Watch him win too. Whoever put it in it.
Now
I'm gonna
we're
be so
down
mad 'cause I thought about doing it.
to the Cup race. It is on Sunday, March 22nd, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on FS1. It is the Goodyear 400, 293 laps for 400 miles. Who is going to suck Hunter?
I'm gonna pick a guy that's had a lot of success there, not necessarily in this race, but a lot of success. I think Eric Jones struggles this week.
My suck
I
pick.
agree.
my suck pick is Riley Herbst.
Lame.
Boo. Boo.
Who would have saw that coming? I looking back at these this exact race and the results from the past 2 years, and this guy has not finished either race in the past 2 years, and we're gonna go with Kyle Larson for the suck pick.
Not bad, not bad. I'm
I'm
actually gonna go
changing
with
my
a guy.
good run now because of you.
I'm actually gonna go with a guy who's actually we probably consider one of the best guys in this new generation of car. Ryan Blaney has a sucky weekend.
Mr. Chase Sexual's not gonna like this. I see Chase Elliott having a bad run at Darlington.
Who is going to have a good run, Hunter?
I mean, from everything we've heard, I think tires are gonna matter. And this guy is known for taking care of his tires, maybe not at these types of tracks, but at other tracks, and he has ran pretty decent here. I think SVG has a good run this weekend. I think he stays on the lead lap, gets a top 15, and has a decent run.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm picking somebody who is really fast in the next gen era in this car with this track. AJ Allmendinger has 6 out of the 36 drivers. He's ranked 6 in Green Lab speed. That is crazy. That's wild. I didn't even realize that. AJ Allmendinger.
That's actually like a crazy stat. I'm gonna go with the guy who finished 10th yesterday, and who's been running good at Darlington. These first 2 races, like the first races at Darlington, Brad Keselowski.
You mother. Give me Bubba Wallace to have a good run.
I agree with that.
Well, I was
I
gonna
was
change
gonna
it, but
do
then
him.
I was gonna pick somebody out of spite, but we're going back to it. Give me that Jones boy to have a good run.
That's a big mistake on this race.
Who is going to win, Hunter?
He got robbed 2 years ago here. Give me Mr. Busher.
Oh,
Mr. Busher.
I'm so mad. This was the week I was picking him, but I'm actually going to go with his teammate, and I think Ryan Preece is going to win at Darlington.
Wow, that's a good pick. I think off of what we've seen from the past years at a track like Bristol, and how the tires how they've shredded, and there's been one guy that's always stood out, and he also stood out at Phoenix. And we're gonna go Ty Gibbs to win at Darlington.
Well, I actually am going to get the guy I want here. I think truck race, top 10. Xfinity, falls short. Cup, we're going to have a Christopher Bell win.
This is like the last 2 weeks.
Not me.
this guy's ran pretty good at Darlington. I think he won the Southern 500. Was it last year? Year before that? Give me Chase Briscoe.
2 years
I actually
ago.
went close to the 500s, actually.
You know, Chase Briscoe was actually my second pick, but I was like, nah, I'll use him later. And so I was like, I'll just go with his teammate. That was all good picks. Good job. I hate that you chose Chris Buescher. I was a little flustered about it. I was like, wow, that was the guy I actually wanted.
There's a
But
lot of stealing picks this week.
yeah, it was really good. Awesome job. Anything y'all would like to add before we end it here?
Hopefully Alex gets better.
Yeah, for sure. Best wishes to him.
Hopefully he loses his ride.
No,
Ray should have been.
no joking on Alex Bowman until he gets better. Deal.
Ray should have been 270 laps yesterday.
It should have.
Golden boy.
What is up with Chase Elliott and just needing races to be just a little bit shorter or a little bit longer?
Bro just can't finish.
Yeah, he's not.
What do you mean?
can't
He
tell you.
literally did everything right yesterday. If I can't hate on Bowman, you can't hate on Chase.
I'm just messing with you. I like Chase.
Yeah, he can see straight.
Wow. Ass.
All right, before we get
Can't wait
into
till he
trouble,
breaks his leg again.
I'd like to. I want to talk about something real quick. So we've had two new guys in our chat. Welcome in Thomas Green and Jameson King. Thank you guys for commenting and joining with us live. We had 21 viewers this podcast, so it was 2 more than last week as well. We're continuously growing, and it's happy to see. I'm very thankful. I don't do this for views or whatever. It's all about having fun with you guys, but it's always great to see other people enjoying our content. Anyways, thank you guys. We'll be here next Monday as well, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. See you later.